It's a nice one. I want to see.
What?
Oh my God. Yeah, baby. Ooh. What's up, guys? Brian here, PNW Daily for 10 minutes of fishing, and I've got 2 cameras set up so you can have multiple camera views, so you will see multiple views. You can see I am still in Marine Area 7. That is Orcas Island. That right there is where the oil tankers refuel from the refinery. I am over here south of Ferndale, north of Sandy Point, for this very, very misty, wet evening. It's been raining, which was not in the forecast. You can see there's a dude over there with his family. They're crabbing. And so I am out here in the kelp beds, and I'm going to do some jigging. And see, there's some coho hiding in these kelp beds, which they do. And you can't troll through here, but you can jig all along here. And it's a really nice spot. And there's not a lot of folks that come out here because there's no launch. He's launching right off the beach over there. It looks like he actually drug some logs out of the way. So I am going to set up the camera to record in front. And you can see here I got my GSP. I've got a little coho buzz bomb on with a hoochie spinner, barbless hook, of course. I had been throwing twitching jigs, but I kept catching dogfish and other things. So I'm hoping by switching up to a buzz bomb that I will eliminate some of the bycatch that I don't want. We will see. I had the water, it hit the bottom there, or it hit the water as I cast out, so a little weird there. We are 5 minutes in here of 10 minutes of fishing, and I hadn't even, that was my first cast, so that's probably not going to be a good place to start. But live and unedited, you just got me setting up out here. Maybe I should have started after I set up. But I don't know what I expect to get out here in this weird weather day, but it is a killer spot some time of the year. And I see a lot of boats out there, and I see a lot of rain coming at me, so I may not get to fish long before that big squall gets over here. So I can see the island over there disappearing as that, holy cow, that really cast a long way. I want to say that was a 50-yard cast right there. Wow. I love this ITX. It's an Akuma ITX on my Akuma GPS, or GSP, Guide Select Pro, excuse me. Yeah, the sprinkles are getting bigger. I don't see any lightning, so I'm still fishing. But that is definitely while I'm recording and just going with it, even though I haven't caught a fish yet. Because I don't know what the weather's going to do. It is looking gnarly over there. I see some boats hightailing it this way too. So they're running this way to go, I'm thinking north to Birch Bay. But I can see the waves coming at me here. So something's pushing them this way. They just kind of kicked up here in the last few minutes. I was sitting here watching a very calm, glassy sea, but that front, as I turn it towards Orcas Island, you can see that front, where it is, where it's not. Whew. And I just saw something rise over there. It's off in the distance, so it might have been a seal, not necessarily a fish. Or it could have been one of those birds, cormorants. Saw one of those over here when I launched. So that family is over there, and they're leaving their crab pots out. Oh goodness. And then just going back in. They're not fishing. They're just going back in and chilling. And then probably waiting half an hour, going to check in, waiting half an hour, going to check in, which is not a bad way. Some folks will leave them overnight. I mean, that's just crazy to me. You don't get to keep more, you know, catch your limit. So if you soak them today, a couple hours, check them, come back tomorrow, check them, leave them overnight, that's fine. I think you should check them at least the day you set them and come back a little bit later. So I usually set them, fish, come back, get them, go home. Like, leaving them overnight, that's just weird to me. That's how you get your stuff stolen, really, honestly. Especially if you're over there launching off a Chuckanut area. Lots of stolen crab pots in that area. But when I'm on the salt, I wear my PFD on most days, and today is definitely one of those days. Yesterday, they had, I want to say 11 paddle boarders and kayakers that were rescued on the saltwater here in the Puget Sound. It was a cloudy, rainy morning, and then it cleared up. It was warm, I mean really warm. And then about 5 o'clock, well, it started at 3 o'clock in Marine Area 10, then 11, and then it came up to Marine Area 8-2, Mukilteo, and then came this way. So they hit Mukilteo about 5:20, so then it was up here about 6:30-ish, and I fished right through that thing. But I was on Lake Faison, not on the saltwater, so big difference there. But if you're on the saltwater and you get caught by a squall, and there's, you know, a few feet of swells coming at you, rain, wind, all that stuff, paddle boarders got overturned. Kayakers got overturned, and none of those paddle boarders on the Puget Sound had PFDs on because it was a sunny, hot day. It's still 120 feet down, so if you're on a paddle board without a PFD on the Puget Sound, you have a death wish. Just FYI. Because it doesn't matter how hot it is outside, that Puget Sound is cold. Cold North Pacific water, and y'all need to recognize and respect the fact that we are here in the Pacific Northwest. That's one thing I will tell you here in the PNW on PNW Daily. There are a lot of folks that are transplants that come up here and they do not respect where they are, and they are still looking for the missing kayaker from yesterday's storm. So I say all of that because I fish from a kayak, and I know a lot of you do as well. So be careful, wear your PFD when you're on the salt, and never trust a sunny day, because that storm was not supposed to come back up yesterday. The heat caused it to happen. Man, these swells are getting bigger here. Still pretty chill, and the rain is picking up though. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just letting my buzz bomb hit like a piece of kelp or bottom, and then I start jigging. As soon as it hits something, I jig. If it doesn't hit anything, and I'm assuming it just fluttered to the bottom, you know what I mean, and I just didn't feel it. I'll count for a few seconds, and it's not that deep here. It's pretty deep pretty quick here, but not that deep. Well, anywhere there's kelp, it's going to be deeper. You can see the raindrops falling on my head. Yeah, they're done crabbing now. They can see that squall coming too. So I'm not going to fish much longer. But that's 10 minutes of fishing today here for the evening bite. Coho fishing, Marine Area 7. We are off of Cherry Point here. That's where we are. And Not a lot of folks will fish this spot, but I ain't a lot of folks. So y'all have fun. It's a nice one. I want to see.
What?
Oh my God! Yeah, baby! Whoa.